So, one of the things that we have to stop doing is saying things to ourselves that represent a lack mentality. I believe I talked about this before. Maybe I just did it on one of the platforms that I'm on. But when it comes to having a lack mentality, that holds a lot of us back from achieving success and just just greatness because of how we think and how we talk. So, for instance, talking to my daughter, and she was saying how she can't afford something, and I said, well, one reason is because of how you talk to yourself and how you position what you say. Instead of saying I can't afford something, you should say, how can I afford something? That changes your entire perspective about that thing. And your subconscious doesn't know that you can't afford it. It just starts working on how can you afford it. But you've already put it out there and into your mind that, oh, I can't. So you're done. You shut down. There's no, initiative to go after it or ambition to go after it. It's a done thing because of the negative connotation you put out there. But if you were to start telling yourself, how can I afford that? You'll start thinking of things because it's just natural, right? It's just a natural instinct that we have. The other thing I hear a lot of, people say is I need this or I want this. I want a new house. I want a new car. I want a new job. I want a promotion. I want to get to the executive level. I want to be in the boardroom. Where you're already saying, when you say you want it, that means you don't have it. It means you're not even sure if you can get it. I want it, but that's what it said. I want it, but I'm not sure. Right? Instead, you could say, I require to go to the next level in my career. So it's a requirement. So how do I get there? I'm requ- I'm I'm required to go to the next level in my career. How do I get to the next level in my career? How do I get to the executive boardroom? How do I get a seat at the table? How do I get this new house? How do I get this new car? And what you're doing, you're telling your brain, you're telling your subconscious and everything in your being to get to work on figuring out, how do we get this? Man, I wish I had that job. I wish I could get this. So you're already saying, one, I don't have it. One, there may not be any hopes or chances that I will get the thing. So easy things like just the way that we talk to ourselves and others can totally change our perspective on things. And this is wrapped up in an entire package, which is the lack mentality. And a lot of it is just how we were raised, some of us, and how we were kind of conditioned and um, dare I say programmed um to think about things. It's just like, and this is going a little deep, but I'm gonna go here. It's like when you learn something, right? We always say, did you learn about so and so? Or what did you learn today? Or did you learn about trigonometry when you were in school? Or did you learn about how to do, that project? Or did you, learn about X, Y, and Z? But in actuality, when it comes to learning, you don't necessarily learn about things. And this is really tapping into mastery, which you probably heard me talk about if you're connected to me on any of my platforms. But this taps into mastery, and learning about something is different than learning from something. You can't learn about life, right? You have to learn from life. Life will teach you, but you have to learn from it, right? You can't necessarily learn. I mean, I shouldn't say you can't, but you can learn about, like I'm looking at this computer. Let me learn about this computer. Oh, it's really nice. It's got a big screen. It's very bright. It has all of the, um, I don't know, internet components. It has this. I'm learning about it. But the only way that I'm going to really learn it and learn from this computer is to dive into it. And that's where mastery comes in, right? You can learn about recruiting. I could talk to you about recruiting and what you got to do and XYZ and da 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 da. But the only way you're going to learn it, really learn it, is to learn from it. And that's by doing. And so all of this, like I said, is packaged into having a lack mentality. And, we don't know what we don't know, right? We don't know what we don't know. That's just what that is. But I just think about, when people say, I can't get a job because I don't have this degree or this credential or this number of years of experience or this, I'm too old or I've never done X, Y, and Z. And I've seen with my own eyes how that's not true. Most of the billionaires in the world don't have a degree. Google it. And nothing's wrong with it. That's not what I'm saying. Nothing's wrong with having a degree. But these limitations and the lack mentality that we have, that's what stops us from, like I said earlier, just like truly being great and living up to our highest potential because of what we tell ourselves and what we feed our minds. And I don't want to tell anybody about this because they may take it from me or whatever the case is. And that's coming from a place of lack. Nobody can take anything from you. And just like the position you want or a call you want from a job or something, those are things that you learn from. You don't learn about. And I guess one day I'll have to do some type of a workshop or something just to kind of, for those. It won't be for everybody because I know this ain't everybody's thing. They want to know how to do other stuff. But I just was hopping on. That's why I put it here on the podcast because I know nobody want to hear it on my platform. So thank you for listening. I knew you would listen to me. So I'm gonna go to bed. I know that I think I was saying earlier I'm sleepy, but I can't go to sleep. But I'm tired of working. Your brain just kind of shuts down, and like if I work on something, I don't want to mess nothing up. So I just have to make myself go to sleep. Anyway, we're coming up on the 10 minutes. I don't like these to go longer than that. Thanks for listening. I'm gonna hop on here more often because this is kind of therapeutic. And I know you're gonna hang out with me when I do hop on. So thank you. You have a good night, and I will see you or we'll talk again soon.